Hi students, welcome to the online classes. Today we are going to start a new lesson related to physics from your science standard, that is simple electric circuits. This is the first session. So in olden days people are used about torchlights for the light. If there is any power cuts, they are used a torchlights. Nowadays we got phones. In the phones itself we are having torchlights, but in olden days they will have torchlights. And to understand about the electric circuits, we will learn about torchlight. We are using torchlights. In the torchlight they are having electric circuits. So we'll start with the torchlight. It is a basic electric component. It is a simple and basic electric component. So let us start from that. So in olden days there lived a man called as Ranganna. His name is Ranganna. So whenever there is power cuts, he used to went into the fields. He want to went into the fields to switch on the motor and switch off the motors. So whenever he went to the fields, he need to carry a torchlight. So he asked his daughter Niharika to bring the torchlight, and Niharika came to his father and switched on that torchlight, and torchlight didn't light up. So what is the reason behind that? So she just removed the batteries inside the torchlight. Torchlight will be a cylindrical barrel. It consists of a cylindrical barrel. We will insert some batteries inside it. So after removing the batteries, she again inserted the batteries. So then it will lights up. So what was happened there? Why after replacing the batteries, the torchlight was lighten up? So here, to understand about that, we need to understand. We will learn slowly about the torchlight. So initially the torchlight working depends on the battery. So here the light will be gained due to the batteries. So let us learn about batteries or cell. Battery, we can call this as battery or cell. Battery or cell. So what have you seen the battery? I think you may be using batteries in the remotes and toys, etc. I think you all have seen the batteries. How the batteries look like? So the battery consists of a cylindrical metal can. It consists of a metal can. Battery consists of a metal can. And the battery consists of two ends. It consists of two ends called as terminals of the battery. Battery consists of two ends called as terminals of the battery. It consists of two ends called as what we will call the ends of the battery? We will call the ends as terminals of the battery. Terminals of the battery. The battery consists of two ends. We will call those ends as terminals. Terminal means end only. Terminated, ended. So terminated means end only. Terminals of the battery. It is a terminology related to the electric circuits. So we need to use, we cannot call those as ends, we call those as terminals. So if you observe the battery, on the battery it will be written as like this as positive, negative. Positive means positive terminal. The sign, one is positive terminal and another one is negative terminal. So you can observe two signs on the battery. One is positive and another one is negative. So the positive end is called positive terminal. Negative end is called negative terminal. Where you will find these signs? On the battery. If you had a battery, just take it and find out the signs presented on the battery. On the battery there will be two signs presented. One is positive terminal and another one is negative. One is positive, one side will be positive and another side will be negative. So we will call this end we will call as positive terminal. This end we will call as negative terminal. So battery is having two ends. We will call those two ends as terminals of the battery. One is positive terminal and other is negative terminal. Other is negative terminal. One is positive terminal and another one is negative terminal. So, for example, if you didn't find any signs on the battery, there is some protrusion. There is some protrusion at one end of the battery. Protrusion means some bump. One end of the battery is plain. It is plain only. Whereas at one end of the battery, at the positive end, the protrusion will be present at the positive end of the battery. Protrusion means a bump will be there. Similarly, this word is similar to a bump you will observe at one end of the battery. A bump will be observed at one end of the battery. What is the terminology? Protrusion. Protrusion means a small upward shape will be there. A small bump will be there. At one, there will be a protrusion at one end of the battery. Why that bump is there is the battery consists of a carbon rod at the center. The battery consists of a carbon rod at the center. So the battery consists of carbon rod at the center of it. So that's why you will observe a protrusion at the one end of the battery. Protrusion means a bump like structure will be there at one end of the battery. So there will be protrusion at, there is a protrusion. Protrusion means a bump like arrangement. So protrusion at, there is a protrusion at one end of the battery, at one end of the battery. Protrusion means some bump like arrangement. At one end of the battery, why that bump like structure came? Because of the carbon rod present at the middle of the battery. This protrusion was covered, that carbon rod, due to carbon rod at the center of the battery. That protrusion, that bump was due to the carbon rod placed at the center of the battery. Center of the battery. And the can, so the battery looks like a cylindrical can. A cylindrical can will be there around the battery. So that cylindrical can is made up of, we have already seen here, it consists of a metal can, and that metal can is made up of zinc. The cylindrical metal can of battery, cylindrical can of battery is made up of zinc. It is made up of zinc metal, made up of zinc. And if you hold the battery, what you will feel? You will feel some weight. So it indicates it is having some chemicals inside it. It is having some chemicals inside it. Its weight indicates that, its weight indicates that it is filled with chemicals. It is filled with chemicals. So this is the information that we can learn about battery. So a battery consists of a cylindrical can made up of zinc, and it consists of two ends. The battery consists of two ends. We will call those ends as terminals of the battery. We will call those ends as terminals of the battery. And if you find if you can find some symbols on the battery, you will find plus and minus symbols on the battery. The end which is having plus sign is called as positive terminal, and the end which consists of minus is called as negative end. At the positive terminal, there is a protrusion at the positive terminal because of the carbon rod placed at the center of the battery, and the ends will be closed with the metal caps. There will be some metal caps arranged at the both ends of the battery. If you open the battery, you can find the metal caps at the both ends, whereas one end is having some bump, and its weight, the weight of the battery, it is having some weight because it is filled with some chemicals. So this is about battery. So in order to learn about a torchlight, initially we have seen about the batteries. So later, what the main part of batteries? One is batteries and another one is light, bulb, the bulb present inside the battery. So let us learn about bulbs. Let us see about the structure of the bulbs. So, bulb. The bulb consists of, let us learn about the structure of the bulb. The bulb consists of a glass chamber. You can find a glass chamber arranged on a metal cap. Glass chamber. It is made up of glass. So this glass chamber will be arranged on a metal cap. There will be a cap presented here. A metal cap. A bulb consists of a glass chamber fixed on a metal cap. So this is metal cap. This is metal cap. Two wires will be fixed to the metal cap. Two wires will be fixed to this metal cap. So this is one wire and this is another one, and through this the two wires will be attached. The two wires will be attached to the metal cap. The ends are connected to the metal cap. So we will call those ends as terminals of the battery, where these two wires are attached to the metal cap. Here the two wires are attached here. One is attached to here and another one is attached to here. So we will call this as terminals of the bulb. We will call this as terminals of the bulb. A spring like wire, very small and thin spring wire, very small and thin spring like wire was attached between the two wires. This is the main part of the bulb that glows. So this is the part that glows in the bulb. So the part which glows in the bulb is called as filament. The part which glows in the bulb is called as filament. That filament is arranged, that particular wire is arranged between the two wires, and these two wires are connected to a metal cap. So this is the normal bulb. If you observe the bulb inside a torchlight, it is also consists of a glass chamber. Its size is very small when compared with the normal one. So this is a small bulb, and here one of the wire is attached to the top of the metal cap and another is attached to the bottom section of the metal cap. So this is the metal cap. One wire is attached to the top and another one is attached to the bottom of the metal cap, and these two wires, in between these two wires, a spring like thin wire is attached. So this is the part that glows in the bulb. We will call this as filament. We will call this as filament. So in the bulb, the filament is made up of tungsten material. What is the material that is used to make filament? Is tungsten. Tungsten, very, very important. Here, an arrangement of glass chamber is there. Why the glass chamber is there? To avoid the air inside the glass bulb. There will not be air presented inside it. So it is an empty place. There is no air. If there is air, the bulb will not glow. If there is air, the bulb will not glow. So this is about bulb. So let us write, let us list out, let us make a notes. So the bulb consists of a glass chamber. The bulb consists of a glass chamber. It consists of two wires. It consists of two wires attached to the metal cap. Attached to the metal cap. So here it consists of a glass chamber fixed on metal cap. This particular glass chamber is fixed on a metal cap. Fixed on a metal cap. So the two wires consisting inside the bulb is fixed to a metal cap, and the two wires, where the two wires are attached, those ends are called as terminals of the battery. So similar to the battery, the bulb also consists of terminals of the battery. So the bulb also consists terminals. The ends of the two wires, the ends of the wire at which they are connected, where these two wires are connected to the metal cap, those ends are called as terminals of the battery. Here two wires are there, one wire is attached to here and another wire is attached to here. That's why we will call these as terminals of the battery. In this case, one wire is attached to the top of the metal cap and another wire is attached to the bottom of the metal cap. So this one and this one together called as terminals of the bulb. Terminals of the bulb. So the ends of the wire at which they are connected are called terminals of the battery. Sorry, terminals of the bulb. So the part which glows in the bulb, is called as filament. The part which glows in the bulb is called as filament. So in the bulb, the filament is made up of a material tungsten. In the bulb, the filament is made up of tungsten. Filament is made up of tungsten. So this is about the bulb. So let us recap that again. Bulb consists of a glass chamber fixed on a metal cap. Bulb consists of a glass chamber fixed on a metal cap. It consists of two wires attached to the metal cap. These two wires are attached to the metal cap. So where the two wires are connected, where the two wires are attached, those are called as terminals of the bulb. Here the wire is attached here and here. So we will call these 2 points as terminals of the bulb. Here we will call these 2 points as terminals of the bulb. Where the two wires are connected to the metal cap are called as terminals of the bulb. And across these two wires, a spring-like structure, a spring-like wire will be connected. So this is the main part that glows, that makes the bulb to glow. So the part which glows in the bulb is called as filament. The part which glows in the bulb is called as filament. And that filament is made up of a material called as tungsten. So this is about battery and bulb. So let us discuss another one. So let us consider a battery. Let us consider a battery. So I was connected a wire to this battery. Consider 4 wires. I was connected a wire here. This is another wire. I was connected here. And make a connection like this. Make a connection like this with the bulb. So this is the bulb, let us say this is the bulb. Let us make different connections with the bulb. Let us connect. I have considered 4 wires, 1, 2, third wire, 4th wire, and made a connection like this. And made a connection with the bulb like this. Let us make different connections. Let us make different connections. So this is the one connection I have made. So, and say in this connection the bulb will glow or not? Yes, definitely the bulb will glow. I will make another connection and you say that whether the bulb glows or not. So again a battery. So this is a wire. So there are 2 terminals for this. This is another wire. So I have connected to the one terminal of the battery only. So here one of the wire is connected to one terminal of the bulb and another wire is connected to another terminal of the bulb. But here the both wires will be connected to a single terminal of the battery. So in this case the bulb doesn't close. For example, if there are any gaps in this connection, does the bulb close? No. If there are any gaps in the connection, the bulb doesn't close. If there is any disconnection occurred here, if the wire is disconnected here, does the bulb close? No. So when the bulb glows, when there is a complete path, between the terminals of the battery, when there is no disconnections between the battery and the bulb, then only the bulb glows. So we will call this arrangement as electric circuit. We will call this arrangement as electric circuit. So what is an electric circuit? A complete path between if there are any disconnections, then it is not an electric circuit. Only if there is a complete path without any discontinuities, if there is wire connection between the battery and bulb, then only the bulb will lights up. So we will call this connection, we will call this arrangement as electric circuit. What is an electric circuit? A complete path between bulb and a complete, especially closed path, a complete closed path between bulb and battery. Bulb and battery is called as electric circuit. Is called as electric circuit. So if you found any gaps in this electric circuit, the bulb doesn't glow. So it will provide, the wire will provide a path for the electricity. The wires will provide a path for the electricity. So because of this electricity, the light will glows up. So this is about electric circuit. So what is an electric circuit? Electric circuit will provide a path for the flow of electricity. For the flow of electricity. When you connect a battery and bulb, some electricity will flow like this. Some electricity will flow like this. We will call that flow of electricity as current. Flow of electricity. When the electricity will flows, whenever there is a closed path, if there is any discontinuities, the electricity doesn't flows. Flow of electricity called current. Flow of electricity is called current. So the electricity will flow whenever there is a closed path between the battery and bulb. If there is any disconnections, the electricity doesn't flow, so that the bulb does not glows. So who makes the electricity to flow? The battery will push the electricity, go. The battery will give the command. The battery will say, now go electricity. The electricity will present inside the wires. Inside the wires, there will be charges are there. So the battery will pushes those charges and makes them to move along the circuit. So what is an electric circuit? A electric circuit is a complete closed path. A complete closed path between bulb and battery is called as electric circuit. So in this session, we have learnt about battery, bulb and electric circuit. Let us recollect that again. So what is a battery? So a battery is a device. It is an energy device. So a battery consists of a cylindrical metal can which is made up of zinc, and it consists of two ends. We will call those ends as terminals of the battery. On the battery there are two signs. One is positive and negative. The positive end is called positive terminal and negative end is called negative terminal. There is a bump at the positive terminal. There is a protrusion. You can call it as bump also. There will be a bump at one end of the battery because of the carbon rod placed at the center of the battery. And that metal can is made up of zinc. So this is about battery we have learned, and we have already learnt about the electric bulb. What is an electric bulb? It is the device which gives us light. Electric bulb is a device, it is an instrument which gives us light. So how the electric bulb will looks like? So electric bulb consists of a glass chamber fixed on a metal cap. Electric bulb consists of a glass chamber with a metal cap fixed. So and electric bulb consists of two wires, that those two wires are attached to the metal cap. So where the two wires are attached, that place is called as terminals of the battery. That place is called as terminals of the bulb. That place is called where the two wires in the bulb are connected to the metal cap. That place is called as terminals of the bulb. So to the two wires of the bulb, there is a spring-like structure. There is a wire. There is a special wire made with different material is made, and it is connected between the two wires of the bulb. If you have the bulb, you can observe with your eyes only. It is a special wire. So the wire that makes the bulb glow. So the part which glows in the bulb is called as filament, and in the bulb especially the filament is made up with tungsten. And later we have made a different connections between the battery and bulb, and the connection, if there is any disconnections in between battery and bulb, the bulb doesn't close. So the closed path only makes the bulb to glow. So we will call this closed path as electric circuit. Because of this closed path only, electricity will flow between the battery and bulb. So we will call that path as electric circuit. A closed path between the battery and bulb is called as electric circuit. So along this electric circuit, what will flow? Electricity will flow from battery to the bulb, which makes the bulb to glow. So the flow of electricity is called as current. So with this session is completed. Thank you.